afternoon, teachers. Jacob Landrum, your digital learning leader here. I wanted to bring you a very brief little tutorial on the SpEd accommodation system in case you missed it or if you forgot how to do it since then. We have made a few changes and there have been a couple of delays, so there's just some things you should know. By tomorrow morning, you are going to have an email from myself that will have your particular sheet like this. It will have all of your students, like you see here on the left, their accommodations, a QR code column. The QR codes aren't copying and pasting like I hope they would, so I have to manually insert them all again, but you'll get them soon. But you also have this URL that then you can click to open your stuff, and then we have the grade for those of you who teach classes with multiple grade levels. So what I wanted to show you is what you need to do with this kind of thing every day. First of all, when you get your email that has your form, or that has your sheets like this from me, if you go ahead and open it up and then click the little star up here to bookmark it, then you can find it easily at the end of every day. That said, once you go in, you're just going to sit basically over this until this little thing shows up here, and you click it, and it will open up a separate window here. And this is the form you'll see. Same thing, the exact same thing will happen when you scan this QR code with your phone. It's just the QR codes aren't working the way I want them to right now, so we have this alternative option instead, which some teachers said they wanted anyway because they consider this to be faster, and that's fine by me. So we're going to come in here. You're going to choose from this drop down, find your name. If you don't see your name on here, but you obviously got that child's link on your sheet, shoot me an email and let me know, and I will help you from there. So choose your name, choose the date you're addressing for. So for example, if you're doing this for tomorrow, okay, you're going to choose tomorrow. And then on each of these with the little red star, you have to answer it. So did you use correct to 70? No, no, no. Reminders to stay on task? Sure. This is one of the changes that we've made. Some accommodations are linked to certain subjects, so pay attention to the questions. Was, this particular thing, note-taking assistance only for ELAR? Yes, no. If you are not an ELAR teacher, don't choose anything. Just keep scrolling. It doesn't have the little red star, so you can just keep moving. That helps us make sure that our data is good. And this question here, was the student removed from instruction? This is a new Senate bill going on. If they were, then you say yes, describe it. If you have already been taught by Ms. Walton about what is expected when you're doing this kind of documentation here, whether you're doing, if you're doing it in a different way because you're on a different campus or with different grade levels, then you can go ahead and just say yes. So for example, in elementary, they may have to do this multiple times a day. Go ahead for now and say yes and just kind of describe how many times. But for everyone, if you had to remove a child from instruction because of behavior issues, timeout, you sent them to the hallway, whatever, say yes, answer the question here, and then go on from there. So I'm just going to say no for now. This additional notes section was another request from teachers. If you had a child who refused to use an accommodation for whatever reason, which is different than you simply not using one, right? So for example, the first day of school, we're not going to use correct to a 70, right? That's fine. You can just say no on that because you didn't use it that day. But if you have a child later in the year who does refuse to correct to a 70, you can document that here. And then if you contacted a parent for behavior purposes for a SpEd child, you say yes. And it will take you to the next screen, and I'll show you that right here. Document the contact, including how you talk to them, subject of discussion, why you're contacting them basically, anything relevant, if you plan on following up with them, how you're going to follow up with, administration, all that basic stuff. And then you just say submit. So I'll just, say, it was a good call. Yay. And then you say submit. And that's it. You are done for the day for this particular kid. So back here on your sheets, you will just go down the list, hit every kid, make sure you get them all, submitted, all their forms, and then you're done with your accommodations for the day. If you have any questions about this tomorrow, let me know, especially if there is something there that shouldn't be there, or if something that should be there is missing. Predominantly this spot here, I'm making sure to get every teacher's name with every kid that it's supposed to be, but if I miss you and you have access to that form, let me know before you fill it. Don't just pick some random teacher and then fill it out, because we want to keep our data straight. So shoot me an email. I'm going to be paying close attention to this all day long tomorrow. So if you have any questions about it, just let me know. And thanks.